In this video we're gonna learn arrays and strings. We're gonna see in depth what is array and what is a string. So before learning function, our object oriented programming classes and polymorphism and any other object oriented programming, we need to learn these arrays and strings. What is array and what is strings? So it's very important. It's actually the basics of any programming language. Say if it's C# or PHP or Java or any other programming language, if you guys don't understand completely what is array and what is one-dimensional array or a multi-dimensional array, then it's very hard to go ahead and learning functions and object-oriented programmings, because you guys need to understand the strings as well if you want to be a good programmer and if you want to be effective programmer. So strings are very important, and later on we're gonna explain to you guys what is like leaking, buffer overflow, and that comes in with the strings, and how to prevent buffer overflow. And that was the big issue at the beginning of the C++ and C and C++ programmers that they used to face this problem. Alright, so we go ahead with this CoreLite. So I was thinking that as we are approaching these functions and object-oriented programming, we better go. I might as well go ahead with the CoreLite because it offers the widgets and offers graphical programming. So I thought better show you guys how to do this graphical programming at the end of this series. Alright, once we learn object-oriented programming, function, classes, and we learned this graphics, how to do graphics and how to make little windows and how to create these files and things like that. Alright, so we go ahead. I've created some as you guys see at the corner, CPP project. That's my workspace. So I remember, if you guys naming your workspace, to always try to put names that you guys can remember. In this project, we go ahead with the new, in this workspace we go ahead with the new project. And as you guys see here, the new project that is CoreLite is asking if you guys want to do GUI. GUI stands for graphical user interface, and it's widgets, and it's also it's got functions and classes, and it's got a headers. So we already know headers and macros, and it's got a templates. It's got a libraries. If you guys want to create a library for C++ or for your own use. Alright, so we go ahead with this console that we used in Code Blocks as well. So it's got a widget console, and I'm gonna use this CLang ++, and I'm gonna go ahead with this project. I'm gonna put an array. You guys can name anything as long as you guys remember string, because I want to put my projects to name that I remember that what's this about. If it's about what is about arrays and strings, so I remember that this project belongs to arrays and strings, or this project belongs to classes, or this project belongs to this and that article, or this is about newspaper, or any other things. Alright, so in this one you guys can create GCC. In my case, because I'm running 8664 Linux GNU, so I'm gonna put across GCC. Alright, so I'm gonna finish here, and my project is ready. As you guys see that very easy. So that's how the layout looks. It's very cool. So this got a int main, int argc, and char argv, and I've got a hello world here. So we're going to see what is today, what is I'm gonna remove this. So we're gonna see what is arrays. Alright, arrays are grouping. So in everyday life we group things together. Say we group objects into groups. So I'm going to show you guys example of these eggs. You guys having see this pack of eggs. To save time, I already searched this on internet, so I've got this. It's very easy to explain, and the simplest term of this, look at this. Can you guys looking at this pack of egg, 12 of them? sorry, 1 2 3 4 5 10 of them, and it's nicely packaged. This is called array. This is eggs called array. Or this pack of Coca-Cola, you guys see there is 30 of cans, or there is 2 or 4, whatever. You guys see this already packaged from one side to another side. In computer memory, arrays is stored exactly same way. It's exactly as they stored like boxes inside the memory. So think of array as array of grouping of this can and egg. So you guys see this cans, or sorry, this egg is perfectly packaged inside this. So none of them is going here and there. Is if you're looking from the top, it looks inside like boxes, and it's sitting inside these boxes. That's how exactly think of array inside the computer memory, as boxes inside the memory. So once you guys declare your array, the computer say, all right, so you're declaring this grouping or array, and it's going to reserve the memory for you. And if you guys could say putting a name, or say people's ages, or students names, or classes, or any other things, whatever you guys like to put inside your array, you guys can put a char, or you guys can put a say int. You guys can put anything you like. So as long as, because inside this packaging you guys can fill anything you like. So you guys can put say if you empty this box, you can put anything. So but inside the array, say think of this as array inside the computer memory. So I'm going to put this, each of this inside this array is called index. So this one bottle they start index, and it starts from 0. So, and we buy this from the supermarket. So think of this as index inside the array of say one-dimensional array, or multi-dimensional array. I'm going to explain multi-dimensional array in the next video, but think of this as array. So because it's from one side, so if you guys putting the int cans, you're putting like that, and that it means that you guys intending to declare your array. And inside that, it's asking how many index do you want to put. Say you want to put a 10, or you want to, you can put a 4 cans. You guys can group anything inside this. So this is array, is simple one-dimensional array, simple array. So this once you guys declare this bracket, think of this bracket of this one, our egg, the simplest term. If you look from the top, you can see like a bracket around this eggs. And don't think that the array is like it's got a like 4 or 5, or you can have thousands. It doesn't matter. It have like any amount, as long as you guys have a computer memory to accommodate that array. That's fine. You guys can declare any amount. So it can be int or float or any other, like we explained, and it can be anything like objects or any other data type. And arrays are almost in every computer languages. C++ is no exception. C++ got the same array, and because it's identical to C, that's what Java's got it, C Sharp's got it, PHP's got it, every other programming language's got it. So in this video we're gonna see that we're gonna start with the basic data type, as we explained to you guys before, like int and char or char. But very later on, when we progress inside the function and object-oriented programming, I'm gonna explain what is how to put the objects inside the arrays. So it's very easy. So in C++, arrays are not the only way to group elements of the same type. So we have a vector as well. Vector, which we're gonna explain once we start the functions and object-oriented programming, is also array, a kind of array. So don't think array that they've got if this is the only type. So this is type of like say array, but we've got a vector as well, and that's also a kind of array. All right, so vector is also one approach to this array. So we're going to explain vectors once we do the functions and classes, and I'm gonna put this aside. I'm going to explain this array what is array. So this is int cans, and there is a size inside this. We call this index, and we have 4 of this index.